Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Yay. Today the Lord has made. We will rejoice and be glad in it. Stay fabulous, bigger, better, and blessed. If you're new here today, my name is Yay and my evangelism is flexible. I'm the chosen vessel of the Most High God Himself. Today we're going to be talking about Esther 2:10, 2:19, follow with Daniel 2:48, which talks about Daniel's advancement. Hold on one second. Esther 2:10, which God wants me to include, okay, but we are going to be reading Esther 2:19. Esther 2:10 says, Esther had not shown her people nor her kindred, for Mordecai had charged her that she should not show it. Okay, so we're going to be reading 2 Esther 2:19, which talks about favor from God, which God brings, okay, to us. It's very important that we have to be spiritually in tune of who people are nowadays. And God will not bless those who hinder you, especially if you're doing God's work, especially if God anointed you in a part where God has told you to do his work and you are doing it. And those people who sow issues into your relationship, your work, okay, they are sowing issues between you and your work with God. God is preparing you for things. God is putting you on the next level to reign, okay, blessings on your life with God's favor. And those who sow issues in your marriage, your children, your finances, or anything else, okay, will be cursed and will be bounded, okay, to that curse. Which what happens that what they wanted for you will be set out for them. If they wanted for you to lose that job, they will lose that job of theirs. If they wanted for you to remove, to lose that marriage, their relationships won't work out. Okay, so what you get is what you give in return. All right, so this is a hard message today, but God is saying the angelic guard around you. So meditate on Psalms 9:11, the angelic guard that is around you. God is saying they will be punished for trying to hinder you, for trying to come up against you. Okay? So, following the true living God and not worthless idols is very important that you do not worry about the ways of this world. All right? You were rejected, but now you are highly favored by God, which we talked about in Esther 2:19. We're going to be reading Isaiah 18:5 today. And Daniel 2:48 talks about Daniel's advancement. All right? So, God is saying that God will right all wrongs. What happens to them? What happened to you is now what's happening to them. What happens to them now is not your problem. Okay? So we all have free will to make good or bad choices. What they do is what they do. Whoever tries to stop a child of God will be bounded and cursed because you are not coming up against me. You're coming up against God, who has his hand on me and my work. Okay, so if you are a chosen person and you know that God is guiding you towards something great, okay, these people like to come in. Some people you have to be mindful of kingdom separation and kingdom marriage, okay, because you trust in man. You tell these people of your life and how is it going, and then in their head they speak down on you, they speak on your downfall. You must be careful about who you are around and who you tell your life to. A private life is a happy life. A happy life is a private life. Do not let these people, do not let man know what's going on. Tell God as a chosen vessel, tell God what's going on. We are set apart from these people. They will never understand us. We will always be rejected and judged by them because God has set us apart for a reason. So do not tell these people no more of what you got going on because they are only here set to destroy you. Okay? So we're going to be reading Esther 2:19. And when the virgins were gathered together the second time, then Mordecai sat in the king's gate. This establishes that Mordecai, who had previously been watching over Esther, was present at the king's gate during a second gathering of the king's potential brides after Esther had become queen. This his position at the gate, a place of official business, also shows that he held an important role in the kingdom. The second gathering. This refers a time after Esther has been chosen and been to succeed Vashti, Queen Vashti, when further maidens were being assembled. Mordecai's presence at the gate. This signifies his importance and official role within the Perusian governmental affairs. So, foreshadowing this story, Mordecai's position at the king's gate puts him in a position to overhear the assassination plot against the king, which is revealed in the following verse of Esther 2:21 through 23. Esther's obedience. This verse follows Esther's continued obedience to Mordecai's instructions not to reveal her Jewish identity as seen in Esther 2:20. Okay? So we're going to be reading Isaiah 18:5, which talks about, "For after the harvest, when the bud is perfect and the sour grape is ripening in its flower, he shall both cut off the springs of the pruning hooks and take away and cut down the branches." All right. So it's important to fear the Lord and keep his commands. Righteous. Okay, to be right standing with God. God will give you grace. Okay, God will give you mercy. God will forgive those who you forgive. Okay, God will show you mercy because you have shown mercy to others. So it's important to control your emotions, control what you say, control what you see, and control what you hear this season. Okay, because it's backfire season. Harvest season is here. So God's favor is on us, is God's hand of favor is on us. So those who hinder what God has placed before you, God do not like divorce. God does not want divorce from no one. What God puts in front of you, God saying that it's meant for you, and nobody cannot snatch you from what God has placed in front of you. Okay? God has set you in a union, a kingdom marriage. That man and that woman and that man is supposed to be with you despite all circumstances. And you must keep that on a hush situation. Do not tell what you got going on. Do not tell the new things that God has blessed you with, because they're only trying to destroy you. Okay? Attack on kingdom marriages. God is bringing two together as one. God wants a godly situation. Okay, God wants a godly marriage. God wants godly children. Okay, God wants you to multiply godly. Okay, he does not want you to be unequally yoked with certain people, so that you know that this person is for you when God gives you that confirmation. Do not get into this season with a new person because they may betray you. Do not get into a new season with this person or this thing or this new job offer because you had it set out in your mind that you are not going to ask God. You want to do things on your own understanding. Do not do anything on your own understanding. Do not follow worthless idols. Only seek God's guidance. Only seek God's counsel of who you are around and what these people are meant to be in your life for. Some people are meant to be here for a season, a time to tear, a time to mend, okay? Relationships, a time to separate, a time to get back, okay? A time for reconciliation and a time to just walk away. Know who you are laying down with this season. Heed the warnings of getting into relationships, family, friends, co-workers, marriages. It doesn't matter. Know who you are dealing with. Know who you are laying your head down with. Knowing who you are spending your time with. Because certain assignments are here to destroy you. And this is a warning from God. Esther's obedience follows Esther's continued obedience to Mordecai's instructions. Okay, even when she's was queen, okay, to not reveal her Jewish